A very, very good evening and namaskar to all of you. I'm sure that all of you will be happy and will be doing great at your home. So I'm here with a very, very interesting and very, very important topic, right? So most of you will be having a serious issue while learning the formula of Prism Pyramid, while remembering the formula of Prism Pyramid, right? I'm sure that you will be having this type of issues, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm here with this solution of this problem. My name is Atul Singh, your today's maths teacher. So I will let you know, let us suppose if you are in an examination center and you don't know the formula, how you will find out the volume of the pyramid or prism, how you will find out the lateral surface area of the prism and pyramid, how you will find out the curved surface area of the prism and pyramid, right? So this is big issue. Okay, so I will let you know the process, I will let you know the technique, how you will find out the answers for all the questions related to Prism and Pyramid. Okay, but what you have to do, you have to do only two things. The first thing is that you have to be with me from the starting till the end of the session, right? And you will ask each and everything if you're not able to understand anything, right? And the second thing is that you have to just concentrate here. Whatever I'm telling you, you have to just focus on that. Okay, let us start with that. Okay, so if you want to you want to solve any question related to prism, first of all, I'm talking about a prism, right? So prism, that means a figure which will always be having two identical opposite surfaces, right? So this is, if I'm talking about a cylinder, right? You have to know the formula of cylinder if you want to find out, if you want to solve any question related to prism. I'm sure that you will be knowing the formula of cylinder, right? All the formula of the cylinder. So this is cylinder, this is the diameter of the circle, this is also the diameter of the circle, and these are the two identical surfaces. So that is why, because in prism also you will be having two identical opposite surfaces, and in a cylinder you will also be having two identical opposite surfaces. So that is why I'm relating this cylinder to prism, right? So that is why if you know the formula of a cylinder, then you will be able to write the formula of the prism also, and then definitely you will be able to solve any question, right? You will be able to solve any type of question related to the prism. So let us suppose if I'm talking about the volume of the cylinder. So what it is? So you know very well that is pi r square, right? Now my question is that what is pi r square? So now you will say, sir, this is the area of the circle. So again, my question is that where is the circle? Now you will say that, sir, here this is the circle and this is also the circle. That means at the top of the figure and at the bottom of the figure. Okay, but because we are talking about a prism, that means here we will be having a different type of a prism, right? Different type of prism, that means we will be having, if we are having square in the base and the top of the prism, right? Let us suppose we are having this square in the base and at the top of this prism. So this is called square prism. If we are having rectangle in the bottom and at the top of this prism, so this type of prism will be called as a rectangular prism, right? This type of prism will be called as a rectangular prism. Now let us suppose if we are having any square, let us suppose we are having a hexagonal figure, right? This is a regular hexagonal polygon. Okay, so now this will be called as an, let me draw this, this will be here, this will be here, right? Yeah, so this is, yeah, so this is hexagonal prism, right? So we can see here we are having two identical opposite surfaces, right? Square, square, rectangle, rectangle, hexagonal, hexagonal, right? I hope this is clear. So that is why we are saying here we will write only base. Okay, so this is what? This is pi r square. And where is the circle? This is the area of the circle. And where is the circle? Circle is at the base of this figure. That is why if we want to write the formula of the prism, so how we will do this? Pi r square. That means now this will be written as area of base. Area of base. And then multiplied by height. That's it. Right? Let me tell you once again. This is pi r square h. This is the formula of volume of a cylinder, right? Now, if you want to convert this into the formula of a prism to find out the volume of that particular prism, so how you will do this? This is what? This is pi r square. That means this is the area of the circle, and circle is at the base of this figure. So that is why here I will write area of the base multiplied by height. Now, let us suppose if you have to find out the area, you have to find out the volume of a prism which is having square base, right? That means now you have to find out the area of the square. If you are having any triangle in the base of the prism, that means now you have to find out the area of that triangle. If you have to find out, if you are having any figure that is rectangle in the base of any prisms, that means now you have to find out the area of that rectangle. If you are having any prism which is having hexagonal, regular hexagonal in the base, that means now you have to find out the area of that particular regular hexagon. That's it, right? So that is why here we are writing here area of the base, not a particular any figure, right? Okay, I'm sure that will be clear. Now, if I'm talking about curved surface area, so here curved surface area, right? So this is what, this is 2 pi rh. I'm sure that that is also well known by you, no? Okay, this is 2 pi rh. So what is 2 pi r? So my question is 2 pi r. What is 2 pi r? So you will say, sir, this is the perimeter of the circle. Yeah. So definitely this is the perimeter of the circle. And where is the circle? Circle is at the bottom of the this cylinder now. So that is why now you will say lateral surface area. Either you will say curved surface area or you will say lateral surface area. This is same, right? Here we are having curved surfaces. So that is why this curved surface now. So that is why it is called curved surface area. And here we don't have, we will not be having any curved surface area. So that is why, okay, curved surfaces. So that is why we are writing here lateral surface area. Okay. Now, lateral surface area, that means this is 2 pi r. That means this is the perimeter of the base, that is circle. So here I will write perimeter of base and multiplied by height. That's it. Now, if I'm talking about the total surface area of cylinder, so that is what? That is CSA, that means curved surface area, and the remaining surfaces. Remaining surfaces, what are the remaining surfaces? Two identical remaining surfaces. Now, that means this circle and this circle. Okay, that means you will write 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r square, area of two circle now. So basically these are the two identical surfaces. Okay, so now if you want to write the formula of TSA of a prism, so how you will do? 2 pi r h, so it is already written as perimeter of base multiplied by height, and 2 pi r square, so what it is? This is what, 2 multiplied by area of base. 2 multiplied by area of base. So 2 multiplied by area of base also can be written as the area of two identical surfaces, or also it can be written as area of two planes identical surfaces, right? I hope this is clear. So this is the way, if you know the formula of cylinder, then you will be able to derive the formula of a prism. Now I'm sure that you will never ever forget this, right? Okay, so once again, let me tell you, if you want to draw, if you want to write the formula of volume of a prism, so how you will do? You will have to start with the volume of a cylinder. So that is pi r square h. Pi r square, that is the area of the base. That means area of the circle which is in the base. So that is why area of base multiplied by height. Then CSA, that means lateral surface area, that is 2 pi r h. 2 pi r h what? 2 pi r is basically what? This is the perimeter of the base. So that is why perimeter of the base. Let us suppose if you have to find out the perimeter, you have to find out the lateral surface area of this square prism, right? Now what you have to do? You have to find, first of all, you have to find out the perimeter of the base. That means you have to find out the perimeter of this square, right? And then multiplied by height. That's it. Let us suppose you have to find out the total surface area of this regular hexagon, right? So that is what, base multiplied by p, that means perimeter multiplied by base multiplied by height. Okay, so perimeter of base, that means you have to write the, you have to find out the formula, you have to find out the perimeter of this base. This is what? This is hexagon, regular hexagon now. So that is why first of all you will find out the perimeter of the base. That means you will find out the perimeter of this regular hexagon, and after that 2 multiplied by area of the base, that means area of this regular hexagon. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us have some more clarity when we will solve some more questions. Okay, so this is the first question that we are going to solve, and here the question is that a prism has a regular hexagon. Okay, that's it. That's great. A prism is having a regular hexagon in the base, side 12 centimeter. If the total surface area of prism is 1024 and root 3 centimeter square, then what is the height of prism? Okay, so let me draw the figure. So let us suppose this is the regular prism. Okay, first of all, this is regular hexagon. Okay, yeah, a regular hexagon. Okay, now let me join these sides. Yeah, so this is the regular hexagon. yeah, this is the regular hexagon in the base, and this is the prism, okay, which is having regular hexagon in the base. Now it is already given that the side is 12 centimeter, right? So this is 12 centimeter. That means all the sides are 12 centimeter because it is a regular hexagon. Regular hexagon, that means it will always be having same sides, okay? So if one side is 12 centimeter, that means all the sides will be 12 centimeter, okay? Now this is what? This is the total surface area. You know the total surface area? Total surface area, that is 1024 under root 3, right? Now what is the formula of TSA of a prism? So you will say you have to go to the cylinder, right? This is the cylinder, and what is the formula to find out the total surface area of a cylinder? So you will say CSA, that means 2 pi RH, and area of the rest figures, right? That means these two circles, okay? So that is why 2 pi r, so you know what is 2 pi r, that is perimeter of base. Perimeter of base multiplied by height plus 2 pi plus here this is 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square, that means area of two identical surfaces. Area of two identical surfaces, right? Otherwise, you can write it as 2 multiplied by area of base, right? 2 multiplied by area of base. This is also same. Now, perimeter of base. So what is the base? So base is actually regular hexagon. That means you have to find out the perimeter of regular hexagon. So if one side is 12 centimeter, so hexagon, this is having 6 side now. So that is why the perimeter is going to be 6a, right? 6a, that means 72, okay? Because the side is 12. So 72 multiplied by h, then area of base. So here we are having hexagonal. Now hexagon. So the area of a hexagon is going to be 6 under root 3 by 4a square. Why? Because if I'm talking about a regular hexagon, so it we will when we will draw this, just a minute. Let me take another pen. Let us suppose this is a regular hexagon, right? So if we will join these like this, not this one. Yeah. So when we will join, so basically here, let us suppose this is the center, okay? Let us suppose this is the center. Okay, yeah. Let us join all the sides, all the edges, all the corners, you can say. So here we will be having 6 equilateral triangles, right? So area of one equilateral triangle is actually what? It is under root 3 by 4a square. So if we are having 6 equilateral triangles, that means it is going to be 6 under root 3 by 4a square, right? So that is why now here it will be 2 multiplied 2 multiplied by 6 under root 3 by 4 a square. So that means side square. Side is 12, so that is why 12 multiplied by 12, that is equals to 1024 under root 3. Okay. So 4 1 ja 4 and 12, 6 2 ja 12, so 4 3 ja 12. Okay. So 72h, and we will shift this to the right hand side. So now it is going to be 1024 under root 3 minus, so 12 ja 144, 144 3 ja 144 3 ja, so it is going to be 432h, right? 432 under root 3, 432 under root 3. Now let us subtract 432 from 1020 1024. So 72h, that is equals to 2 and 9 and 5, 592 under root 3. So h is equals to, let us divide it by 8. So 8 9 ja, and 8 7 ja 56, and 8 4 ja 32. Okay. And now let us do one thing more. So let us multiply and divide it by root 3. So it is going to be root 3 and root 3, that is 3. So 3 3 ja 9. So now h is going to be equals to 74 divided by under root 3, and this 3, that means 74 divided by 3 root 3. So that is A. Okay. So A is the correct answer for this question. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us have one more question. So here the question is that three containers, namely cylinder, square, prism, and triangular prism, right? Okay, so that means the name of these prisms are cylinder prism, square prism, and triangular prism. Okay, are given here. So which of the following conditions are ensure will ensure that they have identical volume? Let me clear one thing. If I'm talking about any prism, right? Let us suppose this is a prism, right? And this is also a prism. Let us suppose this is a prism. Okay, they are not looking like a prism, but let us suppose they are the prism. Okay. Now, if I'm saying that their volume are same, so what is the formula to find out the volume of a prism? So that is actually area of base, area of base multiplied by height. And for this prism also, the we will use the same formula, area of base multiplied by height. So if we are saying that the volume are same for both the prism, right? That means respective area and respective area of the base and height should also be identical. That means they should also be equal, right? So if the respective bases and the height are equal, so that means the multiplication will also be equal. And if the multiplication of area of bases and heights are equal, that means the volumes are equal, right? So that is why it is very important whenever we want that that the figures are having identical volumes. That means their base areas and height are identical, right? So this should be the condition. If we want that the volume are same, that means their base area and the height should also be identical. Okay. Now, let us talk about this question. So here the question is that the perimeter of the base of a right prism. Okay. So here it is not given which type of prism this is. That means it is not given that it is a square prism or a triangular prism or a rectangular prism, right? It is only given that the perimeter of the base of a right prism, only right prism, right? So this is the perimeter of base. Perimeter of base, that is 22 centimeter, and height is given 6 centimeter. So it is also given that the whole surface area, okay, whole surface area is 152. Whole surface area, that means total surface area, right? Total surface area, that is equals to 152 centimeter square. So what is the area of its two identical, yeah, two plane ends? That means, so total surface area, that means what? We will use the same thing, right? We have to go again to the cylinder and we will say, like, what is the total surface area of a cylinder? So you will say curved surface area, that means 2 pi r, right? 2 pi RH, and plus area of identical surfaces, right? You can also say area of two plane ends also, okay? So that means 2 multiplied by pi r square. So 2 pi r is what? 2 pi r is basically perimeter of base and multiplied by height, plus 2 multiplied by pi r square. That means you can write it only as area of two identical planes. So that is x. Let us suppose it is x. Okay. So that is equals to 152. Now perimeter of base, that is 22, and the height is 6 already given here, plus x, that is equals to 152. So x is equals to what? 152 minus 22 multiplied by 6. That means you will get 132. So x is equals to what? X is equals to 20. So 20 centimeters square, this is the correct answer for this question. Now, let us move ahead and now we will talk about like how we will be able to derive the formula for a pyramid, right? So if I'm talking about a pyramid, so in a pyramid, you will always be having an apex, right? In a pyramid, you will always be having an apex. Like if you want, then you can just assume Giza, pyramid of Gizas, right? Okay. So in 3D figures, which is the figure which is looking like a pyramid? So you will say a cone. This is the cone. So this is the slant height, this is the perpendicular height, and this is the radius. Okay. Now, if I want to talk about pyramid, okay, I'm going to talk about a pyramid. Okay. So first of all, I will just want to know what is the formula of a volume of a cone. So you will say it is 1 by third part of a volume of a cylinder, right? So that is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay. Now, how you will derive the formula of the volume of a pyramid? So it is 1 by 3. So this is what? This is the, you can say this is constant value, right? And this is going to be same. Now, what is pi r square? So pi r square is basically the area of the circle which is in the base. So that is, and now here you will write area of base, and then multiplied by height, perpendicular height, na, not slant height. Now if I'm talking about the curved surface area, so curved surface area, that is equals to pi RL. Now what is pi r? Pi r, I'm sure that you will be aware of 2 pi r, right? 2 pi r. So what it is? So this is the perimeter of the circle, which is in the base, and half of the perimeter of the circle, that is pi r, right? So that is why now if I'm talking about the lateral surface area, so lateral surface area, or you can say the curved surface area, that is going to be half of perimeter of base multiplied by slant height, right? Now, if I'm talking about the total surface area, so what is going to be the total surface area? So total surface area is basically curved surface area, that is pi RL, and plus remaining surfaces. So only we are having here this plane surface, right? That means the surface which is in the base, okay? That means area of the circle, okay? That is pi r square. So if you want to write the formula for the total surface area of a pyramid, so that is what? Pi RL, that is already written as half of perimeter of base multiplied by height plus pi r square, that means the area of base. Area of base. That's it. I hope this is clear to all of you how you can derive the formula of a prism and pyramid with the help of cylinder and cone respectively. Okay, now let us have some question based on the pyramid. So here the first question is that the base of a pyramid is rectangle, right? So yeah, definitely we will be having a lot of type of pyramid, like if I'm talking about a square pyramid. So if we are having a square in the base, that means it will be looking like this, right? So this is a square pyramid. If I'm talking about a rectangular pyramid, so it will be looking like this, okay? It will be looking like this. So this is rectangular pyramid, right? And in the same way, if you are having other polygons, so you will always be having that type of pyramid, okay? But here what is happening here? So basically, if I'm saying that this is the center of the base, right? So this is going to be the half of the base, right? This is going to be the half of the base. You can say the radius also, okay? And this is going to be the perpendicular height, right? Let me change the pen. Yeah. So this is what? This is perpendicular height. This is the, half of the side of the base, and this is the slant height, right? Some of you will be confused that this is the slant height, right? These are the slant height. No, these are not the slant height. These are the edges, okay? If I'm talking about this one, so here this is the perpendicular height. This is the half of the base, and this is the slant height, okay? Now let us move ahead. So here rectangle is in the base, so that is why let me draw a rectangle. So let us suppose this is a rectangle and this is a pyramid, okay? Yeah, pyramid, okay? Now, so it is already given that the volume is 1,12,000 centimeter cube, and the ratio of length and breadth, no, breadth and length is 4:7, and the diagonal is 10 under root 65, okay? So here, if it is 4x and this is 7x, right? And the diagonal, let me select another pen. Yeah, this one. Okay. So this is the diagonal. So if I'm talking about a rectangle, right? If I'm talking about a rectangle and this is the diagonal, so how you will find out the diagonal? So you will say, sir, under root L square plus B square, right? That's it. So here L is what? So diagonal we know it is 10 under root 65. 10 under root 65. L square, that means you will say 49, na? L square, that means length square. So it is going to be 7 whole square. That means 7x whole square, that is going to be 49x square. And then it is B square. So B is that is what? That means breadth. So B, that means 16x square. Okay, 16x square. Now let us add them. So 49 and 16 is going to be 64, 65x square. And let us do the square of both of the side. So that is going to be 100, right? 10 square, that means 100, and under root 65, that means 65. So 65 multiplied by 100, that is going to be 6500 is equals to 65x square, right? Because the square root of under root 65x square is going to be 65x square. 65 and 65 will be cancelled out. So x square, that is equals to 100. So x is equals to 10. That means the side is 70 and right length is 70 and breadth is 40, right? Okay. Now, what is the formula to find out the volume of a pyramid? So you know very well, right? What it is? 1 by 3 multiplied by area of base and multiplied by height, that is equals to what? 1,12,000. Already it is given here now. So that means 1 by 3 multiplied by area of base. What is base? So base is a rectangle, so that is why area of a rectangle, that is length multiplied by breadth. So length is 70 and breadth is 40 and multiplied by h, that is equals to 1,12,000. So double zero and double zero will be cancelled out. 7 4 ja 28. So 28 4 ja. So 28 40 ja. We will get 1120. And here it is 30. So when we will do the cross multiplication, so height is going to be equals to 40 multiplied by 3. So 40 multiplied by 3, that means it is going to be 120 centimeters. So that's it. I hope this is clear, everyone. Okay. Now let us move ahead with the next question. So here the next question is that the curved surface area of the right is square, right? Curved surface area of the right is square. So right is square base pyramids, that means this is the square, this is the square, right? And now we will join these edges. So now this is the square pyramid, okay? So it is given that the curved surface area, right? CSA, that is already given 1920 centimeters square. And also it is given that the diagonal length, now diagonal length of the square is 12 root 2. So let us suppose this is the square, right? And length of the diagonal is 12 under root 2. So what is the formula to find out the diagonal of a square? You know very well, right? What it is? It is a under root 2 there, right? So root 2 and root 2 will be cancelled out. So now you will be able to find out the side of the square, right? So if this is the side of the square, okay. Now let me take another pen. Yeah. So this is the side of the square. And if I'm talking about this is the center, so definitely this is going to be the half of the side of the square. That means this is 6. Okay. Now, because you have to find out the height of the pyramid. So how you will find out the height of the pyramid? So CSA, what is basically CSA? CSA is basically you will go to cylinder and you will just write the formula of a CSA of a cylinder. That is pi RL. Pi R, that means half of the base, half of the perimeter of base and multiplied by slant height, right? That's it. That is equals to 1920. So half and perimeter of base. So what is the perimeter of base? So basically in the base it is a square. So that is why um, perimeter of a square, which is having whose all the sides are 12. That means it is going to be 4 multiplied by side. That means 4a, that is 4 multiplied by 12, that means 48. Okay, it is 48 and multiplied by L, that is equals to 1920. So 2 1 and 24. So now, okay, so now what we will do here, 8 4 ja, yeah, so definitely it is going to be completely 80 times, right? So here L is equals to 80, L is equals to 80, right? This is the slant height, not the perpendicular height, right? So that is why, but you have to find out the perpendicular height, na? It is already given here. Height, only height, that means the perpendicular height. So how you will do this? So basically here, this is the height. You know very well this is the height and this is the slant height. Now you know a triangle, a right angle triangle, whose height, that means perpendicular is what? Perpendicular is 80 and base is 6, and you have to find out this slant height. So how you will do this? 80 square, that means 6400, and 36, that is this. Okay, now 6436, so under root of 6436, so this is approximate of 80 square, right? This is approximate of 80 square, that means under root of 6436 is going to be approximately it is going to be 80, right? So that means B is the correct answer for this question. I hope this is also clear. Okay, now let me yeah, so I'm starting from the, yeah, again I'm starting from the starting of the session. So first of all, we have learned here how we can find out the formula of a prism and how we can find out the formula of a pyramid with the help of cylinder and cone respectively, right? If you know the formula of a if you know the formula of a cylinder, if you know the formula of a cone, then you will be able to derive the formula of a prism and pyramid. And I'm sure this is the unique way. You have never ever heard about it. You have never gone through it, right? So that is why this is what this session was very important for all of you. I'm sure that you have learned a lot of things. All the things are clear, right? But still, if you are having any doubt, then you can tell me and we will end the session over here. Okay. Okay, that's great. So now, bye bye everyone. Take care, be happy and be healthy, and see you soon again. Thank you so much.